What's up, y'all? This is BK back with some more tips on how to improve your pickleball game. So when I was first starting out playing pickleball, coming from tennis, I realized that a lot of players, especially at the 3-5, 4-0, and 4-5 levels, tend to hit the ball really hard right into your chest when you get into that kitchen line. We call them bangers, and I really had a hard time dealing with such players. Today I wanted to talk to you about two really important skills that I learned that helped me take my game to the next level and deal with such players and really dominate the pickleball court. Let's do it. So one of the most popular plays in pickleball is called the shake and bake. This is where the serving team on their third shot will hit a powerful drive from the baseline while their partner, anticipating a pop-up, will come into the net and finish the fifth shot with some power on their volley. This is a really efficient play against people that cannot deal with powerful drives and bangers. To counter the shake and bake, we're going to learn how to efficiently block and properly counter the shake and bake using our net game. Now, the most important skill to learn here is called the block. The block is a great shot to counter any powerful shot coming at you and reset a point. Let's go and learn how to hit the block using some mechanics and teach you really how to block those balls. So the most important thing to learn for a block is you want to take the power away from the ball. These balls are coming with such heat that your goal for a block is to soften the shot up and try to put that ball either in the kitchen or downward so that it's unattackable. The way you're going to do this is, for the most part, we're going to try and sit on our backhand side to block a ball. And while we're blocking the ball, we want to make sure that we have softer hands to really let go of that wrist a little and loosen that up so we take the power away from the ball and really come down with a slightly open face on your paddle. This will allow you to take the power off the ball and get you a nice little reset into the kitchen. The second thing you want to make sure to do is to position yourself square across so that you're waiting for that ball and not getting jammed up. So put your hands out in front where you have the freedom to move, and then you're going to simply open that face, loosen your wrist, and chop down on that ball to simply let that ball bounce off your paddle softly into the kitchen. Now, this block shot is a great way to counter the shake and bake. On a shake and bake especially, what you want to do with your block shot is to try and hit the ball cross court, because that allows the ball time to come into the kitchen. Any down the line shot takes away the space on your court and gives you more chance of popping up the ball. So what you really want to do on those blocks for shake and bake is simply try and cross court block the ball into the kitchen. This is a great way to counter those bangers out there that you see in your rec games and really take away the shake and bake. Now, the second skill that you want to learn to counter those bangers is to have fast hands. Now, most people think that fast hands is something that you can't train. I'm here to tell you different. Fast hands is all about anticipation and getting to the ball before it's there. That is definitely something that you can train and definitely something that you can work on. To really have fast hands, the first thing you want to do is anticipate and be ready for whatever shot is coming your way. So have your paddle face out in front, not drop down, not on your side, but out in front, because this gives you the best position to now block and counter those really hard drives that are coming at you. So what you want to do, again, have your paddle face outside in front of your body, and this gives you minimal effort of moving your paddle to block or counter. If you have your paddle down, it takes you a lot longer to come up, and that is what we call slow hands. Whereas if you're right here, you're right there on that quick, fast hands that we see all the time from players like J.W. Johnson. So what you want to do is make sure that you're out in front, ready for the ball and anticipating it, and as soon as you see that ball, you're out there in front for those quick counters. Now, similar to the block, what you want to do for fast hands is really loosen up. And most people that I see on the courts that struggle to get their paddle in time is they're really tense and then they just jerk motion to whatever shot they're trying to block or counter. What you want to do for fast hands is loosen that arm up so that you make minimal effort to get to your balls, and really loosen your arm so you're able to block those balls and counter them precisely where you want them to go. Now, again, this is not something that's going to happen overnight, so this is something that you need to work on. So here are some drills that you can do to practice your fast hands. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take one step in front of the kitchen line. So now we have a shorter distance where we can really work on those quick fast hands. So we're just going to volley back and forth from in front of the kitchen line and really reduce our distance and focus on the ball and maintaining a loose wrist and really punching that ball in front of your body. So outstretch arms and just punch the ball in front of your body. Always make sure that you're making contact well in front of your body. Now, this drill here I call the elevator drill. Pretend like there's 3 floors. So one floor is going to be below the net, the second floor is going to be right about net height, and the third floor is going to be shoulder high. So what you want to do when the ball is below the net on the ground floor, you're going to try and rip the ball back into the kitchen. The reason you'd want to do that and block the ball instead of countering it is from down here, you're going to pop up the ball if you try to hit it too hard. Now the second floor, this is where you have some freedom to either try some of your rolls and position your opponents and make them uncomfortable rather than trying just hitting it really hard. Try to get some rolls in at the second floor. And now on the third floor is where we're going to hit our counter shots and try to hit some power shots from up here that are shoulder high or above. So let's do this drill. Anything below the net, we're going to try and counter, block back in. But if that ball goes above the net, that's your chance to attack. Lovely. So as you can see, right about net height, I'm trying to roll the ball and make them uncomfortable and really just move him around at this height. But anything below the net, I'm trying to reset back into the kitchen. Anything below the net, I'm just going to try and reset it. Beautiful. Let's do one more. See, anything that's up here, well above the net, that gives me the freedom to punch that ball downward, and that's going to be my attacking winner shot. So reset below the net. Anything below the net, you're just going to reset, and then roll / counter. Beautiful, above the net. I hope these drills really helped you work on your fast hands so that you can go out there on your rec courts and really dominate those bangers that are coming at you with those really fast drives. They won't see it coming because you got the fastest hands in town. Now the blocks and fast hands are two great skills that will absolutely help you deal with the shake and bake and any bangers that you see on your local recreational courts. However, here's a bonus tip for you at the net that you can use your fast hands and really take advantage and attack the game of pickleball. So your bonus tip for today is the counter. The counter, again, is very similar to the block and having fast hands, but what you're going to do for this one is instead of defending, you're going to go on the offensive to attack those balls that are coming at you. So the difference between a block and a counter is that for a counter, you're actually going to try and force the ball downwards and punch through. So a block, we had an open face and soft hands to get that ball into the kitchen, but for a counter, we're going to try and straighten out that face and really punch through the ball with a firmer wrist so you don't break that wrist while you're going for the counter. So again, when that ball's coming to you, if you see that you have enough time to counter that ball, get in front of it, again, arm in front of your body, and really punch through that ball with a closed face to get that ball downward into the feet of your opponent. I hope you learned something from these 3 tips. The blocks, fast hands, and counters are the best way to dominate the game from the kitchen line, and it's really going to help take your game to the next level. Once again, thanks for watching, and I've been BK. You can follow me at BK_pickleball on Instagram and YouTube, and thank you to Cliff Pickleball. Go ahead and subscribe and also follow him on Instagram. See you next time.